Okay. Now I just gotta remember where I have my music. Over here. I guess I just didn't have the music tab active. Okay. Whoops. That sucks. There we go. Alrighty. What's up, Starshots? You know what it is. So this is going to be the Tinkaton tier list. We're doing two different ones. So first, let me go ahead and make a little text thing that's like, hey, we're making. We'll just call it context. Okay, well, I'll have to fix that. And of course, I'll give it a better font. So we're doing two different tier lists, Josie. Welcome to the chat, by the way. Nice to see you again. I know I've been gone for so long, but like, it's been busy. Basically, what we're doing is for now, this is the Tinkaton allies, and then after this, we're going to do the Tinkaton matchups. And so basically, also we got Hydra down in the corner. Hydra is the person that I always talk to on stream that you guys always hear about. Say hi, Hydra. There you go. Reminds me, I need to pull chat up on my phone. But essentially, it's kind of both. You're both answers are correct. So for the wow, your email didn't even work. But the first one is going to be allies that pair well. So this is teammates that Tinkaton really likes to play with. Things like Psyduck, you've got LD. For backup, you really want something like, Delphox or Desi or Inteleon. Stuff that can help set up and profit off of Tinkaton. And then lower on the tier list is going to be Pokemon that may not synergize as well with what Tinkaton wants to do. Yeah. I did ask my friend to see if he wants to show up, but I haven't gotten a response from him. I may get a response later. Again, I know I've been gone for so long. I'm so sorry. Stuff has just been kind of like zooming fast in life. After I got back from Florida, I ended up getting hermit crabs because my stepdad folded to my three siblings, being the big man that he is. And then, of course, along with that, hermit crabs are expensive, so I had to spend a lot, meaning I had to spend way more time at work to make up for that difference, because I only got paid about $300 before leaving because of missing a couple days and then being gone that entire week for my paycheck. So yeah, kind of been distracted. I'm still gonna be putting myself to the grind, but I figured I'd come back on my day off and do a little something. So I figured we'd start out with something familiar, Pokemon Unite. That reminds me, if you guys aren't in the in the Spriggle server, and you would like to join, go look them up and check them out, because I'm in that server as well, and I even wrote a guide on Tinkaton in that server. It may be a little controversial in that guide because people want to say build up attack, but I'm saying build up bulk, but we'll get to that in a bit. Let's just kind of start off. Let's rename the tiers. Or Han. I'm gonna name the top tier Bonk Gaming. Gonna name the second one Hammer Time. We don't need too many tiers either. What should we name the third tier? These are like the best allies. This is like really good allies, and these are kind of like middle of the road. These ones are like I could work with them, but I would prefer something else. And then these ones are like I don't want to play with this team. So yeah, let's do getting pummeled. I don't know what to call the middle tier. Go ahead and put Tinkaton down here. Because Tinkaton doesn't really apply in the tier list of itself. No tiers involve Waka. Here, let's do Wackaton. Well, hold on. You can't have two Tinkatons on the same team. That's what I mean. Like, until that is possible, and no, we're not counting fucking Panic Parade. But until you can play two Tinkatons, I'm not gonna do that. Let's just start with are supports and stuff, because supports are gonna be the easiest for me. So I'm gonna go. So Clef is gonna be actually. I like Clef, but the only reason it's not higher is because the early game doesn't help. Like on the team, Clef does good. So I like having Clef because it's easier to kind of manipulate it. You know, I actually am gonna move it up, but it's gotta be low in this tier. Basically, the problem is because Clef's early game is not that good, and you really only come online once you get Gravity, or Follow Me. You kind of struggle a bit until then. And like, yeah, EXP share is nice, but Clef also stacks a lot of the time. And so if you're laning with Clef, which good chance you are because you're an all-arounder, you tend to suffer because they're also trying to get stacks too. And so it can lead to some complications. But I think I'll keep it low A. Because, yeah, Follow Me is pretty good. Follow Me is huge. Wiggly is going to be A tier. Because Wigglytuff is very good at pulling people in because of their passive, and then just setting up for you because of Sing. Because of the way that they play and how bulky they are, they also just allow you to not take as much damage so that you can get in easier. Thing not working. Here, try talking again. Ah, fuck. Damn you ads. Okay, so now it's working. Okay. Here, I think what I'll do is I'll just. Well, I can't really do that. Yeah, this moments where I wish I had a second screen. Also, I got pinged. What did I get pinged for? Oh, Mario RPG. I'll check that out later. Alright, so yeah, Wigglytuff is just really good at supporting because it's a damage support of sorts. Got good damage, and then of course Sing is a great setup. They're basically just sitting ducks for you, and they slow them down, which makes Thief able to be used easier. So that's good. Psyduck, S tier support. Basically does everything that Tinkaton needs except for healing, but you don't really need that when you're running the build that I am. Basically, you got good stun, you got good damage. He's a great protector with his passive ability, and he's just always been a good support. Like, also movement speed with Surf, yeah. So between all the hindrance effects, you've got Psychic who could pull people closer, or Disable who can kind of extend the duration of their abilities, and also counts as a hindrance effect. You know, a bunch of stuff. Like, Psyduck is just really, really good. So, also, fuck off, bro. Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime is gonna be kind of average. I actually don't know. I think I might actually put. Okay, it's kind of gonna hard. I think I'm gonna go back on my earlier decision just because it's gonna be hard. Because technically, you can work with any teammate, but some are gonna be better than others. Um, reason I have Mr. Mime where he is just because Mr. Mime doesn't feel very good at supporting Tinkaton as much as he just does his own kind of thing. Mr. Mime feels like a very selfish support. Is Tinkaton squishy? Technically, yes, because it has low defenses, but it has really high HP, and if you invest into that, you can be a lot bulkier. I actually read about that in my guide. But yeah, Mr. Mime can set up, but it's not very efficient. And though you can use stuff like Power Swap, it's not really that useful. Just because one really doesn't get much out of it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep him down there. Blissey is kind of mediocre. With Tinkaton. Though it is good for allowing you to get in and the shield is nice, it doesn't do too much for you when you've already got other forms of unstoppable. Yeah, they can do that, but the problem is that typically Mime also prefers to push people away, which isn't really the best thing. And even if he's not pushing him away, he doesn't do too much outside of that. Unlike Psyduck and like Wiggly and a bunch of other stuff. Because Mime also doesn't soak up that much damage. Like he's got some bulk to him, but not enough. In terms of supports, he's not really a support I would like to have as Tinkaton above other things. Does Tinkaton work well? Yeah, Tinkaton works well with anything that kind of stuns. Though Mr. Mime's kind of a different case just because confusion is confusion. Typically, though, any support that's got good healing and good engage is going to do well with Tinka. Like, yeah, by definition, Mime would be helpful, but I wouldn't say it's... Like, I don't agree with putting it up here, personally. But, Blissey's kind of right here because it can heal. And it can set up Tinkaton. Helping Hand's nice. Helping Hand doesn't affect your gauge, though. And... God damn it. I'm gonna try something. That's as small as I can make it. Damn. Okay, yeah, I can... No, fuck. Alright, well, hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. There we go. That will be always on top. Now I can... Give me a second.